My next guest provides advice for Gen Z and millennials on studying young and turning ideas, creating sustainable businesses. Michael Black is from Success Tutoring. Michael, welcome to you. And in fact, you talk about, it's all about escaping the soul-crushing 9-to-5 mindset. In fact, you call yourself the Millionaire Tutor, and to that point, you've actually come up with a book on that name. What are you tutoring?
Thanks, Andrew. It's so good to be here today. So as the founder of Success Tutoring, I lead the leading education brand across Australia and the fastest growing education brand in the world. We offer personalised tutoring for students in K-12 in English and Maths based on the local curriculum of that particular country. We've revolutionised the education space. We provide the tutoring service on a membership-based business model, which has transformed the way people think about work and about what they can do instead of working the 9-to-5 and starting their own business.
Well, I mean, many people would have been tutored, be it at school, preschool even, and after school, university, and in business as well. What are you doing differently? What are you offering?
Well, the most important thing is that it's a personalised learning material that's based on what the student actually needs help in. So we all know the education system, not just in Australia, but across the globe, is a standardised approach. And at Success Tutoring, it's a personalised learning experience for each individual child. First thing happens is that they complete an assessment. After the assessment, we build a personalised learning program for that particular student that's based on their needs. So there's no point going through content that they've already mastered. We only focus on the material that is relevant to what they're supposed to be learning based on the initial assessment and also based on the local curriculum of where they're currently based in.
Give us a bit of your background. So, you're 26?
Yeah.
You've built your own business. How have you done that?
Well, I bootstrapped Success Tutoring from a spare room in my parents' house in Bosley Park in Sydney, and we've become one of the fastest growing education brands in the world. The key reason why that's happened is because we provide exceptional results for our students and for our franchise partners as well. Our business model is one of the most profitable models in the world. We provide a membership-based business model which allows our franchise partners, investors, to build a very lucrative and successful business model which has reaped some exceptional results for franchise partners where they're able to leave their full-time work and run their own business and create their own tutoring empires.
What's your goal?
Our goal is to continue to grow Success Tutoring across the world and to motivate, inspire and uplift students to reach their full potential.
So you talk about lifting people out of that, what you refer to as soul-crushing, 9-to-5 grind. How do you do that then?
Well, I think the most important thing is that, everybody needs to, have a sort of, everyone has passion in life. And I think the most important thing is for those to align with their own passion and align with their own calling in life. And I believe that there's a lot of people out there that are in a 9-to-5 where they're not satisfied with where they're currently at, and they have more meaning and more purpose in their life rather than being stuck in that 9-to-5. And so running a tutoring business is one pathway to realize that that experience where they can run their own business and run it in a very successful way as well.
You talk about empowerment, but also fostering strong mentors. How important is a mentor then? Perhaps from your own point of view, how important has that been?
Well, I think mentorship is so important because it's the very foundation of education. So I think a lot of people would agree with me as well, is that the subjects that they love the most are the subjects that they had the best teachers and the best mentors. And at Success Tutoring, we bring on board university and college students to provide that service. We don't typically only hire qualified teachers. The mentorship and relationship that we build with our students is so important because that's what builds a lot of very strong results for students because they actually love the learning process and they love being there at Success Tutoring.
Who are you targeting? Are you trying to help perhaps those maybe from a disadvantaged background as well? Because as we well know, if you're perhaps socially, economically disadvantaged, it can be difficult to get a leg up.
Absolutely, and as Australia is, we're bringing more and more migrants across, into Australia. I think there's a more need for education, and not just in Australia, but across the world. There's a large shift of people moving from different countries, and I think education is becoming more, there's more need for it, and that's part of the reason why we've continued to grow, not just across Australia but across the world as well.
All right, well, here's a chance to push your book then. What are some of the key tips then, without giving it away?
Well, without giving it away, I think there's a lot of value in this book, and what I believe is with a lot of experience running a business, there's a lot of key challenges, and there's a lot of things that people can learn from. It was never always smooth sailing at Success Tutoring. You know, when I started and bootstrapped the business from a spare room in my parents' house, there's been a lot of things that have gone wrong, and there's a lot of things that have been, you know, gone really well. And I think this book is great because it's a great start for a lot of people that are looking to get out of the 9 to 5 to read a book like this, and they can learn a lot from it. And this is not just my own knowledge, this is knowledge across reading over 100 self-help books myself, individually, where I've accumulated a lot of knowledge as well that I've learned from a lot of very successful people in business into this book as well. So there'll be a lot of really good nuggets there for people to read.